Your girl is beyond excited to show you part 1 of our DIY kitchen renovation.
This sounds like a DJ Chase beat.
I am still so shocked with how our kitchen was before finishing part 1 of this renovation process. I currently live with my parents while I build my brand and my business, so we've lived in this home for at least 15 to 16 years. The only thing that we've done in the kitchen is just update our appliances like the refrigerator, the microwave, and the gas stove. So of course, when quarantine came, we had a lot more time to just observe the clutter and the outdated decor, the outdated systems in the kitchen, and so forth. So the plan is to change everything from the countertops to the hardware to the cabinets to the backsplash to even the sink, the lighting. So we want to do all of this ourselves. I immediately got on Pinterest and YouTube and used Pinterest for mood boards and YouTube for tips and tricks while starting the process. One step I'm really glad that I took the time to do was just observe the kitchen and know what works best for us. What goes where, what are we used to, and what are ways that it'll be easier for us. I started by removing the old decor, the cabinet doors, and labeling each cabinet door to the same frame that it came from so I could keep everything organized and it won't be too overwhelming when putting everything back. This was my first time using pretty much any tool from a regular screwdriver to a Powerdrill, so don't be intimidated because I definitely was, and this was smooth sailing. So after we've removed everything from the cabinet doors, decor, and even anything inside the cabinets, we're going to go ahead and start with our cleaning, sanding, and painting. As much as I wanted to half-ass through the cleaning and sanding phases, I knew that white paint was going to show exactly how well you prepared for it, so I took my time to make sure everything was cleaned thoroughly and sanded as best as possible. I started sanding with a sanding sponge, which I recommend to not use ever in life. It doesn't get the job done like sanding paper or a handheld sander would, but I'll show you more on that later. So I started our first coat of paint on the cabinet frames, and we used pure white in eggshell, and we also used satin for another brand, but I'll list both of those down below. We let the first coat dry 1 to 2 hours, and then I applied the second coat. I learned 2 things pretty quickly. Your first coat is going to look a little bit shitty, and always wait until your first coat is completely dry before applying your second. So a few quick tips before we move into the bottom half of the kitchen. Complete the process for the top cabinets first so it won't be overwhelming. Organize along the way and stay as clear as possible. Label each cabinet with each frame and save all the screws and hardware with the same cabinets it came from. Tackle those drawers, like clean them a little bit. We're gonna undo everything underneath these cabinets. Nigga. Like, we were living like pigs. The bottom half of the kitchen was the most shocking. After emptying and organizing the drawers and cabinets, I still don't know how we were even managing. I scrubbed the drawers and the doors down with hot water, bleach, and soap and let them dry. I started the sanding and the painting for the bottom frames. This is where I switched from using the sanding sponge to the sanding paper, because you can legit see the difference. A painting rhythm I found was to start from the inside out and then the top to the bottom. I took coloring pretty serious as a child, so this was therapeutic. Adding the dots down the area I'm painting helped me get a full, smooth stroke.
This sound like a DJ Chase beat.
With larger areas like the island and the back of the cabinets, I painted the perimeters first and all the corners and crevices. Then I used a rolling brush for full coverage in the middle. I added that abstract thing, which I really think is so cute. And then I have to get new knobs, but I've arranged the cabinets. I need to change this. We're gonna get a gold one of those. And I finished the last coat. Again, I've never used a Powerdrill before, so I had to go slow and steady. I found hardware from Hobby Lobby that worked for the time being, but we plan to get different, more copper ones. So luckily, you guys shared some feedback when I posted this on my Instagram. A friend of mine recommended cabinet lining or painting the inside of the cabinets because I showed that we were planning to get custom glass cabinets. I did not sand the inside of the cabinets because who has time for that? But I did use 3 coats of paint. We had to get the top glass cabinets made, which cost around only $200 for 6 of them, and that was a really bomb deal. They took about 3 to 4 weeks to come in because it was like the height of Corona, but once they did, I painted them white and installed them. I had to measure about 100 times because, again, this was all new to me. I've never had to install anything before. So after a few tricks with the measuring tape, I got it right, knew the measurements, and installed the hardware.
This sound like a DJ Chase beat.
I then installed our cabinet doorknobs, which were also from Hobby Lobby, and they are the kind of copper that I really wanted. So I installed those, and then I knew the pantry was next. And then after that, we would be done with part 1 of this renovation. We're looking good there, and then boom, shit. This is tomorrow's project. Okay, so I bought the containers and labeled them of the extra ones, and I like them because they're airtight. And then here's like the foil rack. We can just put it like all in the tower and like all the saran wrap and stuff. And then here's this.
like a DJ Chase beat.